All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Financial Charles. Today is September 17th of 2023, and the Bitcoin price is currently at $26,500. And as you can tell by the title, I just wanted to express my worries with Bitcoin and what really is making me worried about Bitcoin. And, you might think that if someone's worried about Bitcoin, it's probably because they think it's going to go down. But for me, I'm truly worried about Bitcoin because I think it's just going to grow too fast. I think as each day passes, not only does Bitcoin gain more and more credibility, but also more and more people in the world are waking up to what Bitcoin is and what it truly means, what true fixed scarcity means. People are figuring out what pure monetary economic energy is. And I really think, over these next coming years, we really might see Bitcoin, rocket to new levels that we couldn't even imagine before. And even holding a fraction of a coin might be just an incredible accomplishment. So, to address my concerns, I'm just concerned that it's going to grow too fast. And by the time, it grows, we're going to be priced out of a whole coin. So last week, or not last week, but last video, I talked about how this upcoming week is going to be the check in which I become a whole coiner. And, as it's looking right now, if Bitcoin price just keeps going up, I might not get that whole coin this week. If Bitcoin goes up this week to $28,000, then I'm just going to be right out of range of a whole coin. I'll be at like 0.99 or something, or 0.98, just really close to a whole coin. And I don't think Bitcoin is going to skyrocket to 100,000 next month, but it's just, I think the bottoms are in, and when it goes down like this is really the opportunity to buy. I really wish I could say for certain that it's going to go down here to 20,000, but I don't even know if it's going to go down to 20,000. Likely it will, but again, as I've mentioned before, I simply do not want to wait for lower prices to buy in. As soon as I get my hands on some US dollars, I'm going to convert it as soon as possible. I don't want to wait for 20,000. I don't want to wait for 15,000, because fundamentally, a $26,000 Bitcoin is a very good deal for what you're getting. There's only 21 million Bitcoins in the world, and there are 55 million millionaires in the world. So if you were to distribute all 21 million coins evenly amongst only the 55 millionaires in the world, each of them could not hold one whole coin. Period. They cannot hold one whole coin. And when you consider the fact that, Satoshi burned 1 million tokens, the guy that lost his computer in a landfill, he burned, hundreds and millions of dollars worth of Bitcoins. The guy on Reddit that posted that he lost 7,000 Bitcoins. And all these people that have multiple coins, 2 Bitcoins, 10 Bitcoins, 100 Bitcoins. Each coin that is out of circulation, that eliminates one more person from ever holding a whole coin. So 21 million is what's coded into the Bitcoin code for max supply. But in true reality, when we take in consideration lost coins and long-term hodlers for life, we very possibly may have less than 15 million coins out there. And if you were to divide all economic energy and all value in the world divided by 21 million, or not even, but 15 million, each unit is so valuable. There's a very good video that I just saw today, and I'm still in the middle of watching it. This is by Luke Broyles. He's a very good Bitcoin YouTuber. He's very knowledgeable about what makes Bitcoin special, and he has his own points of view that he likes to go into. I would highly recommend watching Luke's channel. In this video, he was describing how Bitcoin will simply go up forever because If Bitcoin is the unit of account in which we measure all value in the world, and value keeps growing over time, that means Bitcoin simply is going to grow over time as well. Over time, as humans make more technology, as humans make more food, and we make more goods, and we upgrade, standard of living, if we keep doing that as time goes on, that increase in value is divided amongst the fixed number of 21 million. And that's the reason that Bitcoin will continue to go up forever, right? So it makes sense to me. And I think it's really starting to make sense for a lot more people. I think each day more and more people are starting to get it. And, over these next couple years, we might see a shift in which all of a sudden, out of nowhere, everyone gets it. So right now is it is the time to buy Bitcoin. It doesn't matter that, Bitcoin is at 26,000. Oh, it might go down to 24,000. It might go down to 23,000. It might go down to 15. In the grand scheme of things, to buy 1/21 millionth of all value in the world for $26,000 right now, it's severely underpriced. Fair value for this should be way higher than this, Now, the reason that a lot of people are bearish around this time of year is because historically September has been a bearish month for many asset classes, not just Bitcoin, but many asset classes. But here's one of Benjamin Cowen's charts. This is his monthly returns table. You can find this in his website, Into the Cryptoverse. Obviously, you have to pay for it. I'm just going to show you what he has in his YouTube videos. In his YouTube videos, he runs down all his charts and he breaks it down. So he's a very good, helpful. He's a good resource. And as you can see here in the month of September, throughout Bitcoin's history, right? This is starting from 2011, 2012, 2013, all the way up to 2023 right here. In Bitcoin's history so far, there's only been 3 green Septembers. Every other September has been bearish. It ended up being less than what it was at the end of August. That's what this means. So, we've seen, 14% drawdowns, 20% drawdowns, and even here in 2011, this was a 50 or a 40% drawdown right here. Sure, 2012 we got a 15% increase, but that's besides the point. I mean, that's obviously the minority. And I want to talk about 2022 real quick, because that was another red month for Bitcoin. But even then, you can see it was only a minus 3% drop. And what's very interesting about this one is I remember living through that. I remember exactly where I was in life. Hold on, let's see if I can. Damn, man, no. All right, let's see if I can connect myself to some internet real quick. Oh man, I cannot believe it. I don't want to edit this video either. I don't want to edit this video at all. Well, here, just give me a couple seconds while I connect to a hotspot, and hopefully I can, show you guys on a better. Let's cancel the VPN. Let's go here. Come on, please load for me, please. Man, it was such a good video too. All right, I think it's looking promising. Let's see if it loads up. But anyway, I should just, let's see. There we go. Yep, this is what we wanted. This is what we wanted right here. Okay, let me switch to the 1 year chart so that way. All right, please load. I don't want to start the video over. All right, here we go. So let's rewind all the way back to September of 2022. As you can see here, each candlestick that you see represents 1 day. And let me mark, let's do some drawing. Let me mark the beginning of September, which was right here. Ignore this blue line. This marks December. And then let's mark one more here. This is the end right here. So it's very, very minuscule. You know, you start off the month around here, and then midway through the month, we pumped up. We pumped up for sure. And it wasn't until, you know, the end of the month, really, like the 18th, which is, you know, today, September 17th, 18th, this is where like the majority of the drawdown for September happened. It was that last week and a half of September. So, you know, as it stands right now, let me mark the beginning of September for this year, which was around right here, right after this pump up and the pump down. And now we're definitely above. We're above. You know, we started the month off at 25,000 and now we're at 26,500. But you don't know. You know, we have, you know, 2 weeks left of September, so perhaps we'll see even more of a drawdown. But my point is, even if we do see another drawdown, it's not worth risking sitting on the sidelines to buy more. You know, I think 26,500 is plenty. It's a fair price. It's a good price to buy. It's a good price. So no matter what, I'm just going to continue buying. My main concern that I wanted to express with this video is I'm just concerned that Bitcoin is going to continue to go up, and by the time I get my the money to finally become a whole coiner, it's not going to be enough to become a whole coiner anymore. I'm going to be stuck like right below a whole coin. Now I know eventually I'll get to a whole coin, but I just want to express my impatience. You know, express my worries. I like to express how I'm feeling about these markets, because at the end of the day, markets are decided based on human psychology. All these buys and sells right here, this is the human brain deciding when to buy, when to sell. They always say that when it comes to trading, people typically sell at the very worst time and then they buy at the very worst time. People tend to buy at the very top and sell at the very bottom. It's very common. It's human psychology. So perhaps if, you know, by making these videos, I can document human psychology in real time. I can document how I'm feeling about Bitcoin right now. So, you know, I've always been pretty bullish on Bitcoin for sure. I think all my videos are quite bullish. But, you know, maybe perhaps, you know, in the grand scheme of things, we'll look back at it and then we'll be like, wow, of course the market went down because everyone was bullish, you know? I guarantee you, if we were making videos over here, November 10th, at the top, we probably, everyone, Matthew Crowder from Bitcoin University, Benjamin Cowen from Into the Cryptoverse, all these people, right? They all thought that we were going higher when it was at 69,000. I remember Bitcoin University, which is Matthew Crowder, he made a video talking about Bitcoin hits an all-time high, 69,000, and it's going to keep going up further and further. But ever since then, it just kept going down and down. So I think these YouTube videos are pretty powerful in recording, you know, human psychology. When everyone is bearish, you know, that's when markets bottom out. I remember when we were down here, everyone in the space, they were all rooting for 10K. You know, there were some 12K, 10K, but, you know, that's the same idea. If you were not buying here because you wanted to wait for 12K or 10K, you never got your opportunity there. You never got your opportunity. So, you know, my hypothesis is that Bitcoin will continue to rise in value over time, because I think that this is going to be the unit of account that will measure all value in the world. And the reason I think this is because I think it's fundamentally more robust than something like the United States dollar, where it is a centralized entity like the Federal Reserve and the U.S. government. They're the ones that are controlling, you know, the supply of the dollar. They're the ones that tell, you know, its citizens that it has value because it is backed by the promise of the U.S. government. So the U.S. dollar is simply backed by a promise from, you know, a government that they're like the government's incentives. They're not really incentivized to, you know, care of its people. The people that are in control of the government, they're incentivized to stay in power. They're not incentivized to educate the masses, because if the masses become educated, now that's a recipe for the government to become overthrown. If you have an intelligent population, the likelihood is the corrupt government will be overthrown. So the goal of the corrupt government is to stay in power, and they stay in power by diluting society's purchasing power. They dilute our purchasing power by printing more dollars. So they, you know, this world is like, it's like there is like everyone's puppets controlled by the strings, and the people controlling the strings is the U.S. government, obviously. But with Bitcoin, the U.S. government, no government can stop Bitcoin. China has tried. China has tried to ban Bitcoin, and now they're all about Bitcoin mining. You know, because they decided to join Bitcoin because they realized they cannot stop it. It's completely decentralized. It is the most secure network. It is the most secure network that the world has ever seen, and it's a fixed supply, and it's backed by proof of work. It's not backed by promise from the U.S. government. It's backed by proof of work. It's backed by these computers just hashing out and actually doing the mathematical problems. It's backed by all of that. It's not proof of stake. It's none of that. It's backed by math. It's backed by electricity. And it really is the best money we've ever seen. Gold has been a store of value for over 6,000 years, and this completely buries gold. It buries gold. It will demonetize gold over time. Another one of my hypotheses is that gold is going to continue to bleed against Bitcoin, and everything's going to bleed against Bitcoin. Like I've shown you guys these charts right here. Let's see, Bitcoin. Let me show you a good chart. Bitcoin versus gold. This is the Bitcoin versus gold chart right here. Over time, sorry, like this is very slow because I'm on a hotspot. I'm not in the building right now, but let's see if I can go all. Yeah, like, can you believe that? This shows that ever since Bitcoin's inception, gold has bled against Bitcoin. So I think, yeah, all value will eventually bleed to the hardest asset, and the hardest asset is Bitcoin. All right, well, I've taken, my break has been very long, so my coworker's probably wondering where I'm at. So I have to end the video here. I could go on for much longer, but I'm gonna make another video in the future. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I know that I had some mess ups because the chart wasn't loading and all that stuff, but it's all right. I'll make new videos. No one's even gonna be watching this in a couple of years, so we're good. All right, guys, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. Share this video and have a great day.